Hello world, this is Ina and I'm here to show you how to live your best life through entrepreneurship. Are you ready for this? Does this sound like you? I hate my job. I don't want to get up tomorrow. If that sounds like you, we need to talk. Do you put pictures of your kids on your desk and on your wallpaper to remind yourself that you're doing the responsible thing and you're doing this for them? Do you find yourself looking up for jobs online while you're at work? The myth that I want to bust today is that by staying in your job, you're doing the responsible thing. Being responsible does not have to equal being unhappy. So let's get to the truth because I think you're gonna need a dose of it. And I want you to stick around until the end of the episode because I have a freebie you're not gonna wanna miss. And if all that sounds interesting to you, you may want to check out my episode on how to become an entrepreneur with the skills you already have in a field that you absolutely love. Just click on the card on your screen. The truth of the matter is that as human beings, we need to be right about everything we think about. So when you say to yourself, I can't quit my job because somebody else is not gonna pay me as much, or I can't quit my job because I'm a responsible adult and this is what adulthood looks like, or I can't quit my job right now because it's going to look bad on resume. It's actually healthy for you to believe that your reason is true, because who wants to be hanging around with a bag full of regret on their shoulders? The answer is no one. But the fact that you're here and that you're watching this video tells me that you're looking for somebody to tell you that all those assumptions are wrong and for somebody to tell you that there is a better way. So keep your reasons. I'm not gonna try to talk you out of them, but I want you to hear me out when I try to challenge your assumptions, okay? Let me be the bad guy in this situation. When you say that nobody would pay you as much as you're making now, have you researched on Glassdoor.com, Salary.com to see what your position pays in your area? Have you done your best to put yourself out there to go to conferences and speak as an expert to increase your public profile so that you are worth more to companies that you're interviewing? And that is just one example of finding objections to your reason for not quitting your job. I am not saying that you should quit and have nothing lined up. I'm not saying that you should quit your situation right now. You are a responsible individual and that's why you stay at your job. So use that responsible nature in you and try to find another way to solve the problem. You can only listen to yourself. So put yourself in that position to give yourself permission to challenge your assumptions so you can change the way that your life is right now. I want to tell you about someone who was in exactly that position where you are right now. And now she has a thriving business doing exactly what gives her passion in her life. I want you to meet Chelsea Fournier. Chelsea was a lawyer. She was doing everything she was supposed to do. Graduated, cushy job in corporate as a lawyer, just bought her perfect home, and one day she just crashed. After taking a shower, getting ready for work, she had an anxiety attack. That's when she knew that her life had to change. Now, I know you're expecting me to say she woke up the next day, quit her job, turned it all around, and she's a big success. But in real life, responsible people, that's not what happens. She had to start from scratch, started to think about what is it that is giving me joy in my life? I want more of that. And it took some time. It took a few years of her experimenting. She got new jobs. She got a side hustle, started her own law firm. She finally started the business of her dreams. She's a business coach and she teaches others how to have the life they want. It takes something external to happen for us to take action, for us to realize that there's something we need to do to change things. You don't have to wait until something happens for you to have no choice but to quit your job. That's what you start doing now so that you can prepare for the eventuality when something major happens, you are ready to take that step. Stop making assumptions and actually challenge your own assumptions. You have more control over your life than you think. And what I want you to do right now is an exercise that I don't want you to put off any longer. I want you to do it today. I want you to write down in black and white what is the reason you're not leaving your job. But if you won't quit your job, I want you to tell yourself why. Write it down. And then below it, I want you to write down 3 challenges to your main assumption. So if your reason is that you believe that quitting your job right now would look bad on your resume to leave so soon after you got it, my first challenge to that would be, well, if you get a new job, why do you care about how it looks on resume? Challenge number 2, if you actually find a better job out there, won't it look better on your resume once you get it? Challenge number 3, have you actually gone on interviews and they have told you that it doesn't look too good if you quit right now? Because it's their opinion that matters, right? Not your former employers, but your future employers, right? And after you have your 3 challenges, I want you to write down one action item. In our example, the next step could be go on interviews. I mean, booking interviews and finding out what jobs there are out there. This is your first step at breaking out of your pattern and actually taking control over your life. And to help you with that, I have a freebie. It's a gift for you. So this freebie is less to help and more of what I call entrepreneur catnip. Entrepreneur catnip is when you see someone doing something that makes you want to take that step for yourself. So what I have for you today is really just inspiration. I have compiled my last 3 resignation letters from my jobs, and these are the actual letters that I wrote when I quit my last 3 jobs. I hope you find them inspiring and it helps you think of what would your resignation letter look like. All right, that is all I have for you. I hope you found that helpful. Goodbye, world. I will see you next time. Hi there, there's more where that came from. Subscribe so you don't miss any of the daily episodes, and here's a couple more that you might like.